Hello there and a very warm welcome to another edition of Channels Beam. I'm Victor Matthias. This week on the program, we will be beaming our searchlight on Nigeria's tourism sector. With the summer approaching, many will be saving and making plans to spend the holiday at a particular spot or the other. Why not Nigeria? But before we delve into the conversation, let's take a look through the trends in the past week in the social cyberspace. Christians all over the world celebrated Easter. Services were held, parties and visitations as well to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Nigerians reacted to comments attributed to the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Dr. Ibe, who said the unprecedented fuel queues as a result of the shortage of premium motor spirit PMS being witnessed is likely to remain till May 2016. Some expressed dissatisfaction at the minister's comments, while others praised him for being honest. Well, there you go, the major trends in the past week. Now, let's meet our online contributors.
For me, what I've seen in other places and what is obtainable, when you talk of tourists in any country, it has to do with the transport system, how people can easily access those places. If I'm going to, for instance, if I'm traveling from Lagos to Abuja, if I get to Lagos airport, my flight shouldn't be delayed. I should be able to catch my flight. And if I'm from Lagos going to somewhere like Kano or Kaduna, I should be able to get those places within the given time. So if we really want to talk about tourists in Nigeria, we have to first of all talk of the transport system, because if people are coming to visit, the primary means of their movement will be transportation. And if we don't really have that well in the country, I don't see where you can talk of tourists, because we have to move by a system, and that system is simply transport and secondly security. If these things are put in place and government and various private sectors can come in and develop in that area, I think it will attract a lot of people to come in, because Nigeria have the environment. If you talk of some place in the north, we have it. If you talk of in the west, is there. If you talk of the east, is there. And you even talk of the south, we have those environment that people can go and have fun. But I think development is far from this area.
When it comes to tourism in Nigeria, I'm more optimistic. First, I'll think about our tourism capabilities. Do we have the sites? Do we have a hospitable culture for tourism? And the answer is yes. We have the natural sites. We have so many UNESCO cultural sites and preservation sites in Nigeria. So that means first we have the framework, which is, are there things people would like to see? Yes, we have them. Is our culture accepting? Yes, we're very hospitable people. So I'm excited about that. So I think tourism in Nigeria has a lot of potential, locally and internationally. We don't have a large population for nothing. So when it comes to selling anything, I don't think of just the international community. I also think of the local community. So when it comes to the local community, are we open to that? Yes. And that's something that's very exciting to me, because naturally Nigerians are very aspirational. They would rather buy global than local. But when it comes to tourism, the exciting thing is Nigerians are actually very open to local. There are people who are comfortable going to Obudu rather than going to Europe for holidays. So that's exciting, that in terms of our local perception, we don't need so much of a mindset change to encourage people to be tourists locally. People are willing to say, oh, I want to go and visit the north. I want to go and visit the Yankari. I want to go and visit Obudu. I want to visit the waterfalls. So I'm happy about the local perception.
When you talk of tourists, you have to have enabling environment for people to come into have fun and see about the culture of the society and how they are living. But in Nigeria, over the years, the government and the private sectors, they have not developed in that sector. If we want to really go into tourism in Nigeria, I think we have a lot of places that we can attract people to visit in the country, but the government, they are not even that. I think that whole industry is neglected. So if we really want to make it attractive to people, we should throw more investment and put more resources in that area because I don't, for instance, people are telling me about of places you can visit in Nigeria like Obodo, Kataround, and Calabar, and Tinapa. I was in Calabar last year, but I couldn't be able to visit it. But they said it's very, very interesting place to go. So more state governors can even come up with ideas of uh, encouraging people to visit.